Hi guys, my name is Melody and I'm a licensed veterinary technician, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about why I chose that career path. So when I turned 5 years old, got my first guinea pig, and I was obsessed. He was my best friend. He had some health concerns, and I actually ended up diagnosing an issue that he had as a bladder infection by Googling his symptoms on the internet, which is so wrong. You shouldn't do that. But I got lucky and actually ended up diagnosing him correctly. We, of course, did take him to a vet. We're not going to go off for a 10-year-old's opinion, but we took him to a vet, and that's what it was. And from then on, I felt confident enough that this career path was the one for me. It was natural. I love the animals. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to become a veterinarian. So many years passed. I had geckos, hamsters, hermit crabs, all kinds of little critters. Eventually got a cat a little later on in my life, and those critters really influenced me to keep going with this career path. When I got a little bit older after that, I realized that you don't have to be a veterinarian just because you love working with animals. There are many other career paths for you. Not that a veterinarian isn't worth it, but there are so many other areas you can go into, and I didn't realize that a veterinary nurse was even an option. And I figured out by research that veterinary nurses spend a ton of time with their animal patients because of all the nursing care that is required for them when they're ill. And I go, that's for me. I want to spend as much time as I can with them. So I was so excited. Found a school that I wanted to go to, found out my prerequisites. So took some prerequisites, did some job shadowing, applied for some jobs, but to no avail. Had a really hard time getting into a clinic as a 16-year-old. A lot of clinics, due to safety and things like that, don't want to hire somebody really young and really inexperienced like that. Some will, but in my area at the time, it just wasn't time for me. So it took some time, got into school, and eventually ended up getting into a clinic halfway through school, and was so excited for that. I was so pumped. That person on the other end of the phone offering me that job had to have had a headache for the rest of the day. I was just ecstatic. So worked, did some experience, finally completed school. I was so excited just to get going. This has been a career that I have been dreaming of since I was very young. Wanted to just start, get going. But you have to get through school and pass your boards and everything. So it took a while, but I passed, and I've been living my dream ever since. And since then, I've been able to do, education seminars for people. I've been able to teach kids in camps, and I've been able to work with all sorts of fun animals. I get to work with birds. I even got to work with a toucan a year or so ago. Dogs and cats, of course. Guinea pigs will always be near and dear to my heart because that's where I started. Love rodents, love rabbits. I just love anything that's different. Dogs and cats are great, but I always love that strange, weird animals. But dogs and cats are just such great companions. It's hard not to love them too. So this is definitely a career that I fell head over heels for, and I'm so glad that I never looked back. And I just think it's a great career path for somebody who really dreads the aspect of a desk job, who loves keeping busy, and who loves helping animals and people in the community.